there everyone, Lowell360 here back again for another video. And today, we're going to be talking about Sonic Frontiers. So if there's one thing which I think everyone can agree with, I think it has to be the fact that the first impressions for this game have been terrible. Because if it wasn't obvious, IGN posted some gameplay which definitely was not the thing which people wanted, compared to the stuff which we got nowadays or about this week, which actually made the game seem a lot more better than it was with those 2 or 3 IGN previews. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of things which I like and a couple of things which I dislike. So let's start. So to start off with things I like the new combat system, I like the new enemy design, and most importantly, I like how the world just feels like it's tailored for Sonic's movement. Now, I'm gonna spread this into little segments, not only because I feel like it's a bit more easier for me to record that way because I don't use a script, but also just so I don't stumble across myself and so this next segment doesn't seem like a garbled mess. So let's just continue. So, when it comes to combat in Sonic games, I think we can all agree on one thing. It's just never really been all that deep. Like, with the exception of Sonic Unleashed where there were combos and shit, every combat move in Sonic games has just been stuff that the player uses in order to traverse throughout the game. Like jumping, homing attacks, speed dash, and boost. It's just more or less been the same thing after all these years. But to see Sonic actually, I don't know, do stuff and actually like have separate moves and have him do stuff that you would see in something like, I don't know, a fan animation, to where you would probably never see Sonic do some cool moves like that in an actual game, is actually pretty cool, and I'll give him credit, and I'll give him credit to where credit's due. But of course, let us move on to the enemy design. Now, when it comes to the enemy design, I'll admit, despite how iconic it has been for the past decade in Sonic games, I'll admit, they've just always been pushovers, like the gaming equivalent of bowling pins. You never really pay attention to them other than things that rather help you traverse throughout the level because like you have to go use a homing attack on them, or just obstacles in the way just because, well, they're obstacles in the way. So, when it comes to Sonic Frontiers actually having enemies that actually pose a threat to you because they just don't sit there and just, just sit there to be pushed over, it's actually cool to see them actually interact with the player to where they feel like a genuine threat. Like this one thing that looks like it's ripped out of Mitchell's vs. the Machines, and this other thing which looks like it's ripped out of Evangelion. Okay, who's gonna call in the giant robot to take this thing down? Like seriously, their alien design doesn't only play into how different they are individually, but gameplay wise how they provide so much variety when it comes to what the player now has to deal with compared to the older games. So once again, credit goes to where credit's due. But now let's move on to the actual world which Sonic is in, which I have some praises for, but also one big criticism for at the same time. So, when it comes to the world of Sonic Frontiers, I'm not gonna lie, I like how the world just feels like it's made for Sonic to go around in. And even though there are parts to where you can tell that the developers just plop certain platforms there in the sky, like the railings and other platforms, I do feel like for the most part, it does work pretty well and it doesn't look like it's janky, and I like that. Though if I were to criticize one aspect about it, which I hope doesn't leak into the rest of the game, it has to be that the environments for this game just seem dull. Like even the most mediocre Sonic game, like Sonic Forces, has backgrounds to where it's vibrant and things are going on. But in this game, it's just like this big, drab open field, barely any color, barely anything going on outside of like the few enemies that you encounter, and I don't know, it just feels like a big point of concerning now, because like when you take a franchise which is associated with having all these colorful and cool locations with so much variety in them and so much personality in them, only to have a game to where you just kind of take that away, it kind of affects about how you look upon the game, But at the end of the day, there's only so much I can talk about when it comes to Sonic Frontiers and with the limited information that we have. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Lowell360, and I will hope to see you guys in another video of mine coming soon. Enjoy the outro, and yeah, later.